What's up? We them birds. It's your boy, Ray, in the building. All right. Now, I'm sorry I haven't been giving the content that I know I'm capable of giving, but right now it's slow. I don't want to give y'all no empty update. There's nothing right now. All right. So for today's episode, we are going to talk about Michael Penix Jr. All right. There is still hope for Michael MP9 to be the number one quarterback going into this 2026 season. All right. Now we are Jalen Walker days away from first day of training camp. If you don't know, Jalen Walker, number 11, you get it, depending on when you're watching this episode. So we are just very excited for this. All right. I'm excited. I'm ready to take that cruise, that ride up the Flowery Branch. I'm excited to see my Atlanta Falcons fans, my Dirty Birds fans, my We Them Birds fans. I'm ready for y'all to show out. Now, this first training camp, July 31st, is pretty much specifically for season ticket holders. All right. So if you're a season ticket holder, I expect to see you there. Put in the comments. If you're a season ticket holder, go ahead, put in the comments, I'm a Dirty Bird in the comments. All right. Now, like I said, going into this training camp, it's still hope for Michael Penix to be the number one quarterback. Now, it's a few things that he's going to have to do. And I'm going to give you a couple points within this episode. Number one, the first thing that he is going to have to do, he is going to have to protect his football. He is going to have to protect the ball. As a coach, you can deal with sacks. As a coach, you can deal with incompletions. Now, what you can't deal with is turnovers. Because when you do that, what does that mean? You put the defense in bad position. We don't want to put the defense in a bad position. We want to make sure that we can control the football, that we can eat up some time of possession, and even give our chance throughout the games to go ahead and get at least 3 points. All right. So that's something that he is going to have to show the coaches. He's going to have to give the coaches no doubt within this training camp that he can hold on to the football. All right. So that's number one. Number two, command the offense. It is going to be very important that he can lead this offense. All right. He's going to have to be the one as a receiver, as a running back, as a lineman. When you look at Penix, you know he's going to put us in good position. All right. Now you got players like even from the Succaneers. Let's just say Baker Mayfield. As much as we hate this dude, he is in command of that offense. He is going to take the offense where they need to go. When it is crunch time, when it is 2-minute drill, we know that he can be a problem. All right. He did it to us last year. It was down to the crunch, down to the wire, 2-minute drill, 1 minute and 40 seconds left. He took the team down the field and he scored the touchdown on us in the end zone with Ibuka. All right. Now, we don't want to relive the past, but that just shows you need a quarterback who can command the offense, who can take control of this offense, who knows the plays that he's calling, who can put players in the right positions. He knows, hey, it's time for you to come in motion. He knows, hey, I need you to run this seam route. He knows how to read the offense. Read the defense. Sorry. He knows how to read the defense, read coverages. That's very important. All right. So we just gonna say that's his second thing that I would say is most important for him to do if he wants to go ahead and take this starting spot. Now, third one is build chemistry. All right. He's got to build the chemistry with this offense. Now we have new players like Olamide Zaccheaus, Dotson. We even got the new tight end. So there's different players within his team that he hasn't really had a chance to work with. But Tua, the same thing. It's a lot of players on this team he hasn't worked with. So within this training camp, you really have to build chemistry with this team. All right. We got Drake London, new contract. Kyle Pitts, new contract. So these players that you can really depend on right now because, they got paid. So they're like, hey, let's go ahead and get it. You know what I'm saying? Next thing is going to be Bijan Robinson. And good thing about Bijan, he could take a lot of the pressure off of Michael Penix. So I think that's very important. Whether we have Tua or rather we have Michael Penix, I think it's very important that you have a quarterback who knows how to build chemistry within his team. I'm hoping throughout camp that they do little things that help them bond together, outside of just watching film. You got to know your players. You got to know, hey, on this seam route, I know the linebacker, he like to jam me. So, hey, wait till I get to that second level so I can go ahead. Maybe you can throw it over top. All right. Same thing with Drake London. He's have a lot of chemistry with Drake London. It seems like the only person he likes to throw to is Drake London. So I'm not even worried about that. Same thing with Bijan. I'm not worried about that. The thing is with Drake London, he has that wide frame, and you can kind of throw it to him anywhere. I think that he's still learning to try to build that trust with Kyle Pitts. It seems like when Kyle Pitts was on the field, he rarely got thrown to. When we had Kirk Cousins in the game, that's when we really started to really see what Kyle Pitts could do. But it's going to be really important throughout this training camp that he is able to build chemistry with this team. All right. That's number 3. Number 4. All right. He has to win the situational periods. All right. So that's going to be 2-minute drill. That's going to be 3rd and long. That's going to be the red zone. I think it's very important that he's winning these situational games. He's winning these situational these situational periods. And that's going to be happening a lot throughout training camp. They're going to have these 2-minute drills. They're going to have plays set in place. Hey, when it's 3rd and 3, what are we going to do? You know what I mean? There's a lot of times last year that we just failed in 2-minute drill. A lot of times where we didn't call timeouts when we shouldn't have. A lot of times where he was just throwing the ball out of bounds. It was players open, intentional grounding. It was a lot of plays like that where that really hurt this offense. And man, we can't have it. I'm telling you, we can't have it this year. We can't have it because that's the easiest way. Hey, Tua, get up in there. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think that, and I hope that he's learned from last year, especially you only playing really 14 games in your career. You still, with the 2 seasons put together, have not really played a full season. You haven't even played 17 games. All right. So, everything is going to be a learning curve. Everything is going to be, hey, I made the mistake. Let me see how I can grow from it. And I think that's really important that he can show that. But again, these are going to be the moments where you show the coaches, hey, I got this. You can count on me. You can depend on me. Same with the players. Hey, you can count on me. You can depend on me. I will make these plays. I'm going to put the ball where it's supposed to be at. I'm going to have the correct timing. I'm not going to turn the ball over. And that's how you build the trust. That's how you build the chemistry. And that's how you win these coaches over inside these situational periods. All right. Number 5, be consistent. All right. You got to be consistent. You got to be consistent. You can't first week, great practice. Second week, a little shaky. The timing is off. You just can't have that because you on a short leash. Penix is on a short leash. All right. I think right now, Michael Penix has the most pressure on him this year. He has the most pressure. He was a 1st-round pick. We expected him after Kirk Cousins was benched and he came in. Those 4 games he played, I believe he went 1-3, I believe. But a lot of those games weren't on him. He made the plays where the plays need to be had. So even with them going 1-3, it didn't make a difference. We still felt trust in him going into the next season that he was going to be our guy. And he just let us down. Obviously injuries happen, but outside of that, we still expected more from him. So here's my question to y'all, the fans. What does Michael Penix Jr. have to do to prove that he is our guy for this year? Is it his arm, his decision making, his leadership? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. And if you ain't already heard, we them birds. All right, we out.